Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 55 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on recognizing God's hand in my life. So, yay, I made it to day 55. 45 days to go. Today was, as I wrote in my journal, a good, bad day. it's it's one of those things. It was kind of lots of bad going on and lots of good kind of counteracting. And I think all the good things that happened today were because God was there helping me, buoying me up, because I was just seriously struggling today. For starters, I don't like migraine days, but monsoon season is here and the clouds are rolling in, and my body seems to think that means I need to have migraines. So I woke up with a migraine and did not want to get out of bed, and my alarm went off and I did not want to get up to it. And I was just like, this is not okay. This is like in no means whatsoever okay. And I did get up and I did do what I needed to do to get to work, but I was not happy about it. And I was just missing the fact that I get to, missing when I could set my own schedule. And then when I had days like that, I could just get up and get something to eat and go back to sleep, or just stay in bed and sleep. And I didn't have to face the world. I didn't have to face the day. And then my migraines don't get as bad and they don't last as long because I don't try to push through or work through them. And it's a fantastic benefit of not having to go to work or report to a boss. But I have to go to work and report to a boss, so I no longer have that option. And it's been a few years since I've forced myself. I mean, maybe not years, but it's been a while since I forced myself to work through a migraine. And I really don't like doing it, especially not for long periods of time. So I pushed. And in fact, I read my scriptures and meditation notes, and I felt impressed that God wanted me to make a to-do list. And I was like, are you kidding me? I haven't made a to-do list in a very long time. I don't want to make a stupid to-do list. But I made a to-do list at home. And then when I went to work, I started just kind of setting little tiny goals. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this before lunch. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And it gave myself something to focus on. And I'm pretty sure this is like a gift or something, because when I make a game out of things or I focus on things, I can kind of ignore the pain and I can work through things. But when I have nothing to do, it just comes full force and it's really bad. So there were several moments at work that I was able to forget that I had a migraine because I was focused on trying to do my work. And then when I went to lunch, I was like, and I'm gonna die. Not really, but it kind of feels that way. If you've ever had a migraine, you know what I'm talking about. So you're just like, okay, nobody talk to me. I don't want to move. I'm like, this is torture. And I had a few moments at work like that, but I didn't tell anyone that I had a migraine. I didn't tell anyone I wasn't feeling well. I just toughed it out, did my thing, did work. And I had 14 things on my to-do list, and I did 11 and a half probably, because one of them I tried to do and I was unsuccessful, but I crossed it off anyway because I tried it. And one of them I did, and then I realized that I totally messed it up. And two things I just flat out didn't do. So, but I'm okay with that because at least I did, I tried, and I'm amazed that I did as much as I did, because not only did I have work, but then I had physical therapy, and then I had to go clean the temple because it's Tuesday night, and that's what I do as a service missionary. And I was just like, I didn't really get a break from when my alarm went off at like 6 o'clock in the morning to when I went to bed at like midnight. And not that I wanted to go to bed at like midnight, but that's how my day went. So I was just like, ah. And having a migraine and having that long day, I was like, there's just no way. And I literally felt like there's no way I could do this all day long. And it was that internal battle between how I was feeling and knowing that God was just helping me every step of the way to have those moments where I could hyper focus on something and not feel the pain in my head, or know that I was going and doing service and focusing on what I was doing instead of focusing on the pain. And I don't know that that's always the best choice, but I am grateful that God blessed me with the ability to do that and gave me the strength to get through the really long, crazy day that I had. And somehow just knowing I got to cross things off, and I'm like, I only have this and this and this to do. And by the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I just don't even care about these other two things because I can do them later and it's okay. And one of them was brushing my teeth before I went to bed. And I know that's bad, but I was like, it takes me like 10 minutes to brush, floss, and Listerine my teeth. I'm slow at everything I do. So I was like, that's 10 more minutes. I can be in bed sleeping and my head hurts. So I'm like, my teeth will just have to suffer for one night. And I'm like, I'm okay with that because I know that I'm genetically blessed. And at some point, that could be an issue for me. But I don't usually get cavities, even if I skip brushing my teeth for a while, which is kind of nasty because my breath's nasty and all of those things. But I am very grateful for that. So not that I should push my luck for that. The older I get, probably the less likely that's going to stay the case for me. But I am grateful that it's okay if I miss a night here or there. It won't kill me, except that I do wake up and my mouth is nasty and my breath smells bad. So I'm like, and this is why we brush my teeth before I go to bed. But like I said, I didn't care because my head hurt so bad. I was like, whatever, that's it. And then of course my video, which I'm like making a day late, and I'm like, I'll make it a day later because I just didn't want to do it. So it's a lot of extra work and it's hard to do when my head hurts. So I just very grateful that God got me through my entire day. So to me, it was kind of a bad day, mostly because my head hurt and it kind of triggered all of my my other emotional things where I just don't want to do anything. So, but I was so grateful that God helped me to focus and to get through all of the things that I needed to do and to help me be okay with a few things that I did not do. And if nothing else, making that to-do list, even if I didn't get through all of it, showed me how much that I did and how much God helped me with my entire day, because there was, in my mind, there was no way when I got up in the morning that I would be able to do all of those things today. And so that is amazing to me that God did that for me. And I think he had me make that to-do list so that I could see what he was doing in my life. And I am very grateful for that. So that is what I have for today's video. If you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and find ways to recognize God's hand in your life too.